Hi, I'm Felicity Fletcher. I am an avid reader, I'm a hopeful author, and I am a practicing witch and astrologer. And welcome. You have found my weekly astrology videos. A special welcome to my mom, who is the biggest supporter and does not miss a weekly video. All right, let's get into the astrology. So this video is covering the week of Sunday, February 2nd through Saturday, February 8th. I always like to start with the moon and go over what the moon is doing before I get into the astrology of the bigger planets. So let's take a look. First thing, on Monday the 3rd, the moon is going to be moving into Taurus. The moon in Taurus is all about our comfort zones. We're not going to want to be challenged. We're not really going to want to try new things or reach out to new people, and that's okay. It's okay to seek out what brings us serenity, what makes us feel relaxed. Especially with a lot of the energies that we've been dealing with recently, this is a pretty good time to let yourself just escape into that comfort zone for a couple days. Relax. We will be pushed out of the comfort zone on Thursday the 6th because the moon is moving into Gemini. Gemini moon does not care about comfort zones at all. It is very curious. It is very restless. When the moon's in Gemini, we have motivation and we have energy and we have ideas, but we don't have direction. We have multiple paths we want to go down, multiple things we want to try, and all of that just makes it very restless. The Gemini moon, though, is a very good time for teaching, for learning. It's a really good time to meet with someone who has a different experience than you and exchange information. That restless energy is going to quiet down when on Saturday the 8th, the moon is moving into Cancer. The moon is at home in Cancer, and that is a big theme for Cancer moons. It's a very quiet energy. We tend to be homebodies. We really don't want to do anything that doesn't feel like home, be around people that don't feel like home. And that's totally okay, because the other thing that comes up when the moon is in Cancer is we tend to have a lot of really deep, intense feelings. It's really easy to bury those feelings down, hide from them. If you are able to, if you are ready, it's good to confront these feelings, but it is difficult. It's not something that's easy. And so if you want to spend the weekend at home, well, the Cancer moon is giving you a good excuse to. So that is the moon. Let's get into the rest of the energies for the week, the different aspects, the different transitions, different transits. We don't have a ton to cover, so this won't be too long, I promise. The first is on Monday the 3rd. We have Mercury trine Jupiter. This is a really good aspect. It brings with it a lot of optimism and good news. So if you are going through a transition period, or if you are waiting for something to kind of fall into place, I really hope that Monday brings you the good news you need, and really brings with it a sense of optimism towards the future. During this energy, it is a really, really good time. Jupiter is positively aspecting Mercury. It's really supporting and helping Mercury. So it's a good time to get those Mercury type things done. And that includes making plans, finalizing deals, doing research. If there's something you want to know about, this is the time to really go do the research into it. If there's plans or something you want to accomplish in the future, now is the time to find out what needs to be done and make the concrete plans you need to get it done. Then on Tuesday the 4th, Venus is moving into Aries. When Venus is in Aries, this is a very bold and spontaneous energy, specifically in matters of the heart. So Venus rules things like love, relationships, but Venus is also passion, creative projects, even materialistic goals. And so we tend to be very bold when Venus is in Aries. We tend to be very spontaneous of, this is what I want, I'm going to go get it. We know what we want, and nothing is going to stop us from trying to get it. So Venus will be in Aries for a little bit. So take that energy, run with that energy. What do you want? Go get it. The other thing happening on Tuesday the 4th is Jupiter is going direct. I don't talk a lot about the bigger planets when they are going direct or going retrograde, but I do think it's important to mention we have another planet going direct, so that is some more forward motion that we are going to be having. Then on Friday, the 7th, we have Venus sextile Pluto. Anytime Pluto is involved, it's intense. So this one is specifically going to intensify our love lives. It's going to make us more prone to obsession. So people are going to be obsessed over what they are passionate about. So you may see this coming up in relationships. You may see this coming up in people's creative projects. You may even see this coming up at work. People are going to be very obsessed about something they really care about. And you're just going to kind of have to grin and bear it. This energy, we do have a tendency to keep things private. So we tend to hide a lot of things. Not necessarily a bad thing, but also kind of a warning when you're dealing with other people. There may be information that you don't know because they have been holding it, keeping it private. This is a really good time to form deep connections. So if there is a relationship that you are wanting to take to a deeper level, if there is a work partnership, or if there's a creative project that you want to really take to a deeper level, this is the time to put some energy into that. That is all the astrology for this week. Thank you to everybody who has watched the whole way through, and I will see you next week.